It's no stretch to say that I've been playing Call of Duty all of my life. I mean, from my earliest of early gaming memories, I was either playing on Nuketown, Black Ops 2 against bots, because I didn't know what online play was yet, or I would load into a game of Town and close the game about 5 seconds after because I was so afraid of, you know, I don't gotta explain, you know what I mean. We all grew up on that one zombies map that we were too afraid to play because that shit was scary back in the day. Hard to believe now, but it was. And Call of Duty has continued to be a big, important part of my life. I've done my best to keep up with it as I've aged. I was there on Black Ops 3. I, was there in the DLC. I was the one who got stuck with the Void Bow, and I started to gain an affinity for it low-key, and I kind of liked it. And I'm someone who feels really passionately positive about Black Ops 4. And if you want to click out the video, then I'm not gonna lie, I understand, bro. But Call of Duty's been a big part of my life. It's like something that's just consistent. It's always there, even if the game kind of low-key sucks in some ways. It was just, comfort. It was like comfort food, It's always there for me if I need to fucking sit down and play some slop. And I think that was until Black Ops 6. And I don't know. It's hard to state the emotions that I felt when I saw this at first, low-key. This Black Ops 5 roadmap. I'm gonna show what I saw on screen. Maybe I just want to talk about the zombies on it, because I'm a zombies guy. For this roadmap, it says there's new map, The Reckoning. That's pretty cool. I've heard the Black Ops 6 maps have been kind of going back and forth between good and bad, so whatever. New map, cool, whatever, can't judge it. New wonder weapon. Doing air quotes right now. It is the Cerberus from Black Ops Cold War. It's kind of like, I don't even know what to say. It's so disappointing. I feel like Call of Duty Zombies was a game mode that was inspired and driven by creativity and constant innovation on itself. With every new game release, they were doing something right each time. Going from World at War to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2. Even if the innovation wasn't that good, they were innovating. They were willing to take chances. Black Ops 4, one of the biggest leaps in the game's history, honestly. And a lot of people didn't like it. I appreciate it for its innovation. I actually think it's good, to be honest. But Black Ops Cold War, another big leap. Some of it, like armor and weapon rarity, I understand the reason for weapon rarity being in the game, but armor might be my least favorite change that I've seen to zombies over the years. But whatever, sure. So we have a not new wonder weapon, we have a new map, new perk, air quotes, Widow's Wine. I'll give them like a half a point for this, honestly. Is it really a new perk? Why does it feel like the Zombies team has been so afraid to make new perks? From the release of Black Ops Cold War to now, I think we've got 2 new perks. We got Melee Macchiato, and we've got, Elemental Burst? I don't think it's that hard to make new perks. Black Ops 4 had pretty much all new perks. Like, I guess we got Vulture Raid too. I guess that's kind of like a new perk because it was only in that one map, but like, still. I'm not a game designer, but really, is making new perks that hard? And then we've got new Gobblegums. On this screenshot, it shows, what is that? Shopping free, and then 2 more I don't know the name of because I'm not a big Black Ops 3 guy. Low key, not gonna lie. New Grief Zones. Sure, I heard bad things about Grief, but I heard they're making it to be better now. So new Grief content, sure. Super Easter egg rewards, sure. Pop off, buddy. I don't want to come off as someone who's just a old man yells at cloud type of guy, because I really like zombies. I've been a big fan of zombies. I'm aware that it's not always the best, you know. I think each iteration of zombies has its fans, but I always appreciated its willingness to go beyond. Not plus ultra most of the time though, but it was always willing to change. It was always willing to try something new. But it feels like now, like almost ever since Black Ops 4, they've been kind of not unwilling. Like they made a big leap with Black Ops 4. Big change to the systems. New perks, new health system, specialist weapons, grenades that did way too much damage, low key. And a lot of that wasn't received well. So they reasonably stepped it back in Cold War. They brought it back. They brought back core perks. You know, was it 3 hit? No, it's not 3 hit down. It's the damage scales, which kind of feels unnecessary because from round 1 you're still stronger than the zombies, and that kind of ruins the balance. But whatever. They brought back the core perks. They brought in weapon rarity, which makes sense as a solution to the loadout weapon problem. If you can bring any weapon in, then how do you know, you're just going to be way too strong. But I'm not the biggest fan of weapon rarities, but I understand the decision making behind it. But the one thing I can't excuse that they put in is armor. What are we doing? Honestly. It kind of feels like when Pokemon released Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and they implemented the catching system from Pokemon Go as a way to like bring in Pokemon Go players into the main franchise. It feels like that. And that's understandable, but armor, we don't need. I don't think we need it, honestly. I feel like you could just change around the damage numbers. Like, there's no reason that we should have armor plates in zombies, bro. Now, I might be old head for saying this, but I feel like I just want the shield back. Give me a craftable shield. It's another errand to do in a game, I guess, but still, it's more engaging than just walking up to that robot machine or the arsenal or whatever and buying armor. And you have to go back to the, it's like, I think the shield is better in almost every way. It's more balanced because it only covers your back, and you can, usually it comes with a weapon, like, or some form of attack, which is pretty cool. It makes it like more unique on different maps, like the rocket shield, the spectral shield, whatever Grovery was doing. But now armor is just another multiplayer-ification of something forced into zombies. I don't want to harp too much on the story for these games because I don't really care. It's not that good. Like Black Ops Cold War is especially bad with no crew, because it doesn't feel like you're an active participant in the story. The story just happens around you, and you're just there. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even think of a comparison going from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 4 story to now in the dark ether, air quotes, because that made me stupid, but in this new storyline, it kind of just feels like they're floundering. I'm not gonna lie. They aren't doing much. Like, I don't think I could tell you any story developments that have happened. It's just so insane to think about how far the zombie story has fallen. And I don't want to insult any writers. I know it was kicked off during 2020 and it was kind of a struggle and you can't really, but it's so sad to see a storyline that was so, like, ended so beautifully. Even, I'm sure there's going to be people who are like, well, but the Great War. We were supposed to be at the Great War. Yeah, bro. Great War in your mom's house. I just don't think that campaign characters had any business being in zombies like this. I don't want to be negative about it. It's hard to say after talking about everything that's just happened. But I know I'm rambling a bit. I recognize that. But honestly, I don't think that Call of Duty Zombies will ever mean the same to me that it did in the past. And that's not just on some nostalgia stuff. Like, I may wear glasses, but they're not rose tinted that much. But I just don't see myself being invested in this world anymore due to some decisions that have been made, like repackaging old content from Cold War, which released 3 years before Black Ops 6. I understand they made some changes. They added augments, blah blah blah. Sure, but like, all, like, is there really any new content in that game? Like, be so for real. The way you put on armor is different, the maps are new, the wonder weapons aren't. Jet gun, ray gun Mark II, ice staff, wonder waff. What's the new one? The beam smasher? That's pop off, I guess. But like, what are we doing, bro? Call of Duty Zombies was something that was ruled by creativity. It was ruled by these excellent story writers who made some great campaigns just saying, yo bro, we got it, we got it. Let's just lock in, make something fun. Let's send these guys all around the world and then bring them right up to the moon because we have the power to do that. And let's make it cool as hell, bro. And now we're at a point where it just feels like they're clocking into a 9 to 5. Like they're writing a campaign part 2 and not something that they actually want to make. This is not being a positive video. As much as I don't want to be negative, but this ain't positive. But it's honest, I think. I think that's very important. I'm almost sorry that I don't feel happier about zombies. But can you blame me? Really? Call of Duty Zombies probably isn't going to come back. And I think I'll be fine with that.